Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today I have a luxury gift recommendation video for you guys. There have been so many sales already, and I know that there are actually more to come, including the Sephora sale. They're gonna do another 20% off. The thing about that sale is you can only use the 20% off once, I believe. I'll have details below, but there will be another opportunity to shop Sephora for the 20% off. There's sales at Neiman's, Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom's, Saks. And although this video will go up after Black Friday and Cyber Monday, there's still more sales to come. So what I thought I would do is put together a list of recommendations of things for that person on your list that's like impossible to buy for. And this came up because a lot of people who shop for me feel like that I'm a little difficult to shop for, and I get why. If you have someone like me on your shopping list, I was like, oh, maybe I could be helpful. So I'm gonna have different categories. I will have a beauty category, but I didn't really want to go a lot into like makeup and beauty because I feel like I've done a lot of those videos. I talk about my favorites and fails. I did a video with Sophia Sees Beauty, who also has a gift video up, by the way, check it out. And so I've recommended a lot of the best beauty products of the year. I will also have an updated video coming out soon that talks about kind of what I'm wearing today, like an update on some of the new releases. And I'll also have an end of the year favorites and all that good stuff. So this is going to be a little bit different than that. So let's hit beauty first. And like I said, I tried to keep these relatively limited to a couple of things. These are luxury items for that person on your list that basically has everything or buys everything for themselves. That may be me. And I wanted to come up with some things that were a little unique, a little bit different. Some things that that person might not have already bought for themselves. These were things that I would love to get as gifts. These are things that I have gotten for gifts, that type of thing. So like I said, it's a more limited list, and I'll start with beauty, but the other things that I'm going to go into are going to be outside of like the makeup and skincare realm. First is the Guerlain Rouge Prestige set. Now, there are a lot of things from Guerlain that I would recommend to you. I mentioned in Will I Buy It, the Guerlain Advent Calendar. There's a Guerlain Imagine perfume. There are Guerlain specialty bottles. They are all very pricey, and I tried to keep this a little more reasonable. Although these are all luxury items, we're not going above the $500 mark, because like the Imagine bottle, for example, you're talking $600-700 just for that bottle of perfume. So this Prestige set, and I'll show you the picture because I don't own this actually. I have the one from last year. They are the Rouge G lipstick cases. This one is with the shade Satin in 214, and it comes with a special case. You know, the Rouge lipsticks are the ones that have the mirror inside. There are 1,300 number pieces, so they are very specific. The case is adorned in an elegant black velvet with a shooting star embroidered in sparkling beads. So it's really nice. It says it's adornment inspired by twinkling stars to light up the Rouge G jewel case for the holiday season. And the rest of the holiday collection is around that sort of twinkling stars. So I really think this is a beautiful case, and probably will order it for myself. I'm trying not to buy anything else for myself until we get, through the holidays. Anyway, it's $290. As I said, there's 1,300 numbered pieces, so when it's gone, it's gone. And it's a great gift to get for that person who does love beauty, who does love like high-end luxury items, but you're not absolutely sure like what shades they wear or what they might, because makeup's tough if you don't really know. This is a classic red shade that's in the lipstick, but even if, let's say, they hate red, it turns out they don't like red lipsticks, they can buy any of the Rouge G lipsticks and put them in the case. So, it's a really great luxury gift because you really can't go wrong with it, because the person can buy their own lipstick and put it in the case. And the lipsticks are expensive, but they're not out of line with any other luxury lipsticks. The case is what's costing you the money. So it's a beautiful gift that absolutely you keep forever. So next is from one of my favorite brands. This is Chantecaille's Beauty Essentials box. It's Olivia's Edit. It's really nicely packaged. It's got a beautiful green bow on it. And it has a number of different items in here that I think will work for most folks. There's a lip tint in Beach Rose. Lip tints are like a lip balm, and the Beach Rose is exactly how it sounds. It's a very light, almost transparent rose shade. The Purifying Exfoliating Phytoactive Solution, which I love, absolutely love. And if I can use it, and I have rosacea, very sensitive skin, and dry, pretty much anyone can use it. I think it's people who have oilier skin, my friends who have oilier skin, use it like every other day. I use it twice a week. It's a phenomenally good product. The Luminescent Eye Shade in Cheetah, which is just a great shade. Hopefully there's pictures going up so you guys can see them. A Soma 12-ounce ceramic mug, and a Biomask Plus mini sample. The Biomask Pluses are like, I love that mask. It's just a really good mask. So those are all things that I think anyone can wear. I mean, the biggest risk would be the Cheetah shade, but the Cheetah shade is like such a beautiful, goldy, like universal shade that it's one of those things that I think most people could use, whether as just a highlight or all over the eye. I mean, it's a stunning shade. This is the Cheetah and how the cover looks. And then inside, I'll show you the shade so you can see it. I have Beach Rose somewhere too. There we go. And so I think that's just a really cute idea. It's a great gift box. It's $195. I believe it is limited edition. I don't think they have that all the time. So that's something that you want to take a look at. Okay, the next gift is really, the next idea is really funny because I saw this and I found it accidentally. And I was watching Sophia's video the other day and realized she also recommended this, which is just, we have such similar taste. It's absolutely hilarious. And again, if you haven't checked out her video, it's great. I'll make sure it's linked down below. So Dior.com has a make your own gift. So you can literally pick between 2 or 4 gifts. They have it divided up fragrance, makeup, and skincare. So you can go in and pick a fragrance, pick a makeup product, pick a skincare, whatever. And then there's like a box down below. I can get the image to pop up. You can choose either 2 items or 4 items, and then it's whatever price it's gonna be based on the fact of whatever you're picking. It is a great idea if you have a semblance of an idea of what that person will want. And if somebody is a little tricky, but you know they love, you know, Miss Dior, or they love J'adore or something like that, then you can put together a really great little gift set. And then you could go over to the makeup and pick out something like, you know, a powder or blush, etc. So I love the fact that they let you do that. I think that's a phenomenally great idea. Victoria Beckham also has something similar, akin to that, where you can pick out like her kajal aligners. That is also a great gift. I don't have it on my list, but I did just pick up a bunch of her liners and notice that you can basically do, I'll make sure it's down below, but there you can pick out like her kajal liners and you can pick out what type that you want, like the shades, which I think is a great idea because a lot of times, you know, when you get these gift sets for someone, you're like, oh, well, I know she has those 2 shades, which doesn't have the other 3 or whatever it is. So it's great that you can actually pick out the shades that you want. So the Guerlain Special Case, the Rouge G, the Chantecaille set, and the Dior Make Your Own sets, I think are great beauty gifts for that person that's a little difficult to buy for. Next is tools. So this is kind of a broad area, but there's a couple of things that I just think are absolutely worth it and I use. So I think, you know, I would have loved these to be gifts. In fact, some of them were. Any of the Dyson products. So the Dyson hairdryer and the Dyson Airwrap. The hair that you see today, this is all done except for the roots, which are terrible, but that's not Dyson's fault. This is all done with the Dyson hairdryer and the Dyson Airwrap. Now, I have the original forms of each. They were gifts. My husband got me the hairdryer and the Airwrap. I'll make sure there's pictures up above. And they are still available. It depends on what shades you're looking for. I think the holiday blue is pretty much sold out in most places. But if you're not, you know, just looking for one particular color, they still do exist. You can pick them up. Sephora, again, is going to have that 20% off. There will be other people who have sales. Ulta carries them. Amazon has them. I'll make sure links are down below. But I absolutely stand by the Airwraps and the hairdryers. The hairdryer, I think, works for everybody. The Airwrap, I've heard from folks who feel like it doesn't hold a curl. So one thing I should mention is when I do the Airwrap, my hair is not dry. My hair is mostly dry. What I often do is use those Aquas towels and get them dried that way. If I don't use the hair dryer, I'll do that. And I'm working all day and I'm not on camera and no one cares. And then at night, actually, I'll go in with the very thin barrel. I'll put up a picture, a very thin barrel, and curl my hair and then go to sleep. And it looks like this the next day. Now, I will say two things. One, I have very thick hair. I also have coarse hair. My hair does hold on to a curl, but there's no product in my hair. I don't have any mousse in my hair. I don't have anything. Really, I don't. All I do is use the Orbe shampoo and conditioner, and then I use the hair milk. I always forget the name of it. I'll put it down below as like a leave-in conditioner, and that's it. That's all it is. So the Airwrap works really, really well on my hair, but it may not work for everybody, because if you have hair that's very difficult to curl because it's being done with, rotating heat, maybe it doesn't work as well for you. I can't speak to that because it's always worked so well for me that I absolutely love the product. So I love both of the hairdryer and the Airwrap and would recommend them highly. Next is the Dennis Gross mask, the LED lip mask. I've talked about this in other videos, but I haven't talked about it lately, and I still use it. As I've mentioned, I have recently gone through a laser treatment. I had 3 laser treatments. So every 6 weeks, I had what they call pulse dye laser on my face. Yes, it is painful. Yes, it hurts, but it's short-lived. It doesn't hurt for very long. And that's to help with my rosacea, which rosacea, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, is painful. Like it's not just a cosmetic thing. It actually is irritating and hot and uncomfortable. So, the pulse dyes lasers help with the way it looks, but it also helps you feel better. And I went through a series of 3 of them. Usually it's like 3 to 5. And it helps target all the redness in your skin. It's not really a tightening laser, although that can be a side effect. It's not really an anti-aging laser, although again, that could be a side effect, those are good side effects. But in addition to that, I do use that LED mask laser, LED mask, and it's got red light and blue light. Red light, anti-aging, blue light more for inflammation and like acne. I use both to keep my skin in the best condition, and I do love that mask. And I've been using it since I bought it. Wow, I think it's been like 2+ years at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. So, and I've had no problems with the mask. It's not gone haywire. It still works, still charges. So I strongly recommend that one. I know there's new ones out in the market, but that's one I use, and it's one that's worked for me. Next is the slip pillows. So I have a slip pillow. There are other ones out there on the market, other silk pillows. I'm sure they're good. I don't want to, disparage anyone else's products, but I use the slip ones. Those are the slip hair ties I use as well, and I love the product. I mean, it does make a huge difference, especially as you get older, I will admit, because your skin doesn't really bounce back when you fall asleep on your hand, by the way, or a sweater or anything else, because it makes a mark in your face and it doesn't go away for like several hours. So the silk makes a huge difference. It also, I think, has something to do with the fact that why my hair lasts so long, like when I curl it and the next day it still looks so good. I think a lot of it is the pillow. I mean, it reduces friction, it keeps the hair from getting like frizzy and irritated. So I actually do think the slip pillow makes a huge difference for my skin and my hair. So I was going to talk about brushes, because I love brushes, and I am going to do my favorite brushes video, guys, but it's going to take me a while. It's going to be something I work on in December, probably for January. I have a lot of brushes. If you could see my countertop right now, I mean, there are so many brushes, and there are so many good ones on the market. Synthetic and natural, I have a mix of both. But when you're giving a gift, I would say it's safer to go the synthetic route when gifting. So I would say there's 2 brands that there's 3 brands that I would highly recommend. First is BK Beauty. BK Beauty has great travel sets. They have the Angie Hot and Flashy ones, which I think are sold out right now. Those are some of my favorite. But the travel sets are really, really nice. Her brushes are really soft, really easy to use. They blend beautifully, especially if you love the new Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow palettes. Those would be great to use with that. I recommend them highly. I think BK Beauty brushes are some of the best synthetics on the market, and honestly, I love the founder. She's a lovely person, and just I haven't met her in person, but I've had several conversations with her, and she's the kind of person that you want to support. Like, not only is her product good, but she's a good person. So I highly recommend them. Rose and Ben. Rose has incredible makeup skills and has created a number of great brushes. This is one of hers, and I always forget the numbers on these. The C41, which I have to say is a really unique shape to the brush. If you're looking for something like a really good like blush brush, or even bronzer brush, or even contour brush, this thing is fantastic. There's not too many out there with this type of shape. And it's very soft, very easy to use, works really well on numerous skin tones and numerous skin types. I've used it on other folks. And her other brushes are excellent as well. So I would recommend those two. And then the third one is Hourglass. Hourglass is much more expensive. So if you are looking for something that's a little bit more in the reasonable range, BK Beauty and Rose and Ben, I think, are very reasonably priced. Hourglass is expensive. Hourglass is especially expensive when you consider their synthetics. I will say I do love the Hourglass brushes. I have a whole host of them. They work extremely well. Some of them even as well, if not better, than my natural hair brushes, and I really do recommend them highly. They have a set, and I'll make sure the set is above, that I think is really, really good. Again, a little on the pricey side, but we are talking about luxury here, so. Okay, candles. You knew I was going to get to candles, right? I mean, come on. And there's so many that I could recommend because I love candles, and I have like way too many. If you saw the amount of diptyque candles that are behind me, you'd be like, why? But let me start with Dior. I mentioned in my Will I Buy It that Dior had some very pricey, and they do, gifts, things for holiday. And some of them are you know, a little, in my opinion, unreasonable. But there's also some that are, I think, in a more reasonable price range. Again, we're talking luxury, so just keep that in mind. The one I want to talk about today is the limited edition scented candle discovery set. This is for holiday, so it's in the holiday box. There's 3 candles in here. They are like shiny, metallic, almost outer shells. The vessels are beautiful. They are some of my favorite scents by Dior. There's Ambre Nuit. Ambre Nuit is a ambery kind of scent, really beautiful. 30 Montaigne, which is the building of Dior. It's their signature, well, I don't want to say signature, it's one of their signature scents. It's like a soft, spicy scent, really beautiful. And then Jardin de I'm gonna get it wrong, but it's the orange one. It's got a citrusy orangey scent, and it's beautiful. Orange, that's it. Jardin Orange. See, I'm getting better. Not really, but I'm trying. And it's got a citrusy orange scent, but it's a really beautiful set for the holidays, and it would make a stunning gift. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't love to get, unless you hate candles. It's $175. So like I said, it is definitely pricey, but it's not, you know, it's not their trunk of dream thing, which is like $4,000. So it's a luxury gift that is, you know, if you're looking at this, we're talking about things that for that very difficult to buy person. And then of course there's a number of other Dior candles that are all beautiful, but that's a great gift idea if you're looking for like a luxury gift. Next, as I mentioned, looking behind me is Diptyque. Now there are there's a number of things by Diptyque that I would say are worth it. The advent calendar is on the Diptyque website. I do think the advent calendar is beautiful, but I don't know if that would be the thing I would suggest as like a gift. It's a beautiful gift, and it gives someone an opportunity to try all kinds of things different from Diptyque, but it has to be kind of given before you get into December because it's an advent calendar. So if you're looking for something to give on Christmas or for Hanukkah or many other holidays, and you're looking towards the end of the month, there are 2 things that I would recommend. One is the 3 candle gift set, and it's got the Sapin candle, the Neige candle, and the, what's the other one? Anticels. I forget the three, but it's a green, a blue, and a white. And they do that, green, a blue, wait a second, a green, a red, and a white. And they do it every year. I'm looking for the set so I can show it to you. And it's like a stunning trio. I try to get it every year. And sometimes it sells out. So I want to mention it. Here we go. So it is limited edition. It's $144. Each candle is, I'm trying to get the size for you, 70 grams. So they're smaller, but they're not tiny. They're smaller ones. So we've got the Sapin, which is pine tree, Neige, which is the snow candle, and then Etince, which is a spark. And that's the red one. So it's a really beautiful set. I promise you that anybody who gets it is going to be impressed by it. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. It's $144 on the Diptyque site. I think it's available in other places as well. I'll try to have all kinds of different links below, but I think that's a great gift. Now, if you're looking to spend a little bit more money and buy a little bit more, I mean, actually quite a bit more because it's $420. Okay, you see that very big gold candle behind me? Every year they come out with a very large size, and when I say very large, I mean 1,500 grams. This is a big, big candle. That is a holiday exclusive vessel. And this year it's got, it's very, very large. It's in the Bay candle, which is berries, and it is a black veneer with spatters of real gold that glow in the dark. Yeah. It's beautiful. It really is stunning. And Bay is one of those scents that is very popular. It has like a tangy black currant with a little bit like a rose. It's a really nice scent. It's one of the most popular ones. That again is $420, but it is enormous. It's the size of that gold candle in the back. So that's something if you're looking to spend a little bit more on someone like that special someone and you want to get them something really unique. Okay. Next and the last one in this group is the Maison Francis Kurkdjian candles. We're not talking about perfume, although I do have a couple of perfume. So he has candles that are limited edition that come out for the holidays that are stunning. And they have them on the MFK site and at Nordstrom and Neiman's and, you know, Saks. You get the idea. So some of these will be parts of sales that are around, so you might want to check those out. The one that's my favorite, the one I'm going to recommend today, is the Pan d'Api. It is the scent of gingerbread with orange, honey, cinnamon, and anise. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll make sure the picture is up so that you aren't bothered by my terrible French. But there's also a Sapin, which is Sapin, which is the pine tree, like in the Diptyque. And there's a Pomme d'Amour, which is red. They have the same kind of thing. They have a trio like the Diptyque does. I think that one's out of stock on the MFK site, but I've seen it in other places. It's almost like a candy apple, caramel apple kind of scent. So there's always different ones, but the one that I would recommend, like I said, for today, I think it's a really beautiful scent. Most people will like it, and I think it's relatively safe, is the one that smells like gingerbread, orange, honey, and cinnamon. Because it's got like a sort of a baked goods kind of thing. Most people are going to like that. It's going to be, pretty safe to send. It's $75 for one candle. So like I said, these are luxury items, but it's a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful vessel. This one, hopefully the picture will go up, is like a burnt terracotta kind of orange shade, and it's got like a sparkle on it. It's really beautifully done. And like I said, the scent is just, it's edible. And I do want to buy it, but I'm, again, trying not to buy it for myself till we get to the holiday. So anyway, so there's Dior's, the Diptyque, and the MFK candles, and specifically the Pan d'Api, something like that. It's the best I can get. All right, perfume. So the perfumes I'm going to recommend are actually both at Sephora. So they'll be part of the Sephora sale that's coming up. First is Kilian sets. I have mentioned numerous times about Kilian and how much I like the Kilian perfumes. I really do think they're stunning. And I have So much Killian, I cannot even tell you. Recently I was trying to figure out like all the scents that I have because some of them have been discontinued, and I was like amazed at how much I had. But they do have something at Sephora called the Travel Spray Discovery Set, which I have and love. And there's a red travel spray in the middle of it. And let me tell you, the red travel spray alone is worth the $215 that this set costs. I know it sounds like a lot, but this thing is phenomenal. It is carved metal. It's beautiful. It's the picture won't do it justice. I mean, it's just stunning. I have one red, black, blue, white and gold. Anyway, they come out with different ones from time to time. This is a stunning set, and in it are 8 different fragrances for you to be able to try. It's a great way to try different scents from Killian. The travel spray is refillable, so you just keep putting different ones in. It's a hefty travel spray. I mean, it's like a paperweight. That thing is amazing, and it's stunning looking. There's also the mini perfume discovery set that has like the decanters. I like that one, but I like sprays so much better, and I like something that I can travel with. So for me, it's the travel spray discovery set, which I just think is just awesome. And I think it's, quote, safe because there's numerous different types of scents in there, and hopefully they'll like one of them at least. But it's a way for someone to try different ones and get an idea of what they might want to buy for themselves in a bigger size. And the other one is a little bit more tricky because if they don't like these types of scents, they won't like it. But I think there's a lot of people out there who would like this because it's a vanilla-based scent. The other one is the Kayali Vanilla Royal Sugared Patchouli. Now, I'll admit when I first saw this, and I've tried the other Kayali fragrances, vanilla, and there's like a red apple one. Anyway, I like a lot of the scents, but I'm always like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is phenomenally good. It is a warm, boozy, vanilla, spicy. It's gorgeous on the skin. It feels like crisp. Like it feels like you went to a Ritz-Carlton bar or like a St. Regis and you have a Manhattan and it's cold outside and you're wearing red lipstick and, you know, a cashmere sweater. Like, it's that. It's really beautiful. And it feels rich. It feels opulent. It feels dense. But it doesn't overpower. So it's not something you put on and like it's with you forever. It's long lasting, but it like envelops you instead of overpowering you. And I was so impressed by it. I was like, wow, this is great. I think it's unisex. I think it's layerable. There's rum, vanilla, Sir Absolute, and sugared patchouli. I gotta tell you guys, I mean, honestly, it might be one of the best scents I've smelled all year. I was really taken aback. I did not expect it to be that good. So I am buying a full bottle. I don't know if it'll be around for the sale or if it'll be subject to the sale. I think it is, so I'm trying to wait for that. But I was just so impressed that I had to add it to the list. Again, if with the person you're buying for you don't know what kind of scent they like, it's a lot of money. It's $100 to spend on someone you don't know what they like. But if it's somebody that likes vanilla, if it's somebody that likes like a boozy vanilla, they're gonna like it. And if you have a loved one that's like close to you that you know likes those types of scents, this is a really good bet. And in that vein, we're talking about body oils. The reason I'm mentioning body oils is because there have been a couple this year that are actually really interesting and good. Chanel has the Coco Mademoiselle and the Chanel No. 5, the sparkly oils, and the Coco Mademoiselle is like a gel. They came out, it's been about a month. Some places still have them. I believe Nordstrom got more in. I believe Ulta has them as well. I have the Coco Mademoiselle. I'm trying to get the Chanel No. 5. I have the Chanel Le Beiges, but I don't have the sparkly. I don't have the Chanel No. 5, the new one. I do want to buy it. There's been so many sales and so much going on, and I've been just trying to get things for other people before I get things for myself. But I really do want the Chanel No. 5, so I might pick that up. And then the other one is back to MFK, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, the Baccarat Rouge 540. Baccarat Rouge 540 is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I had a very similar response to that, believe it or not, as the Kayali. I honestly, which I know, they're very different, but I was just like taken with it. I had to wear it all the time. It's a beautiful, the 540 is just again, it has that similar feel, like you're sitting in a very expensive lounge with a martini or a Manhattan or something, I don't know, boozy, rummy. It's more like a rum or like a bourbon. You know what I mean? That kind of feel, like that feeling. Leather, suede, cashmere. I can't explain it. But anyway, the 540 has a similar scent. So they have a sparkling oil as well. And I have ordered it. It's on its way to me. I actually bought 2 bottles of it because I love the scent and the idea of a sparkling body oil. I was like, yeah, I have to have it. I love body oils. My skin is very dry, so I like a really good the Chanel body oils, just the regular ones that come out of like during the year. I have the vanilla one and I have one that I bought in Italy that was an exclusive. I love them. Absolutely love body oils. So those I think are great gifts because even if the scent isn't perfect for the person, usually it's much lighter scent. So it's not, overpowering. Although I would say if somebody doesn't like scents at all, like they don't like perfume, don't go that route. But, if somebody likes those types of products, you're probably safer with a body oil than you are with the perfumes because perfumes are definitely going to be more intense. So if you've gone through this whole list and they don't like beauty and they don't like, air wraps and they don't use candles and they don't like perfume and they don't have body oils, the last thing on my list is headbands. And I went to headbands because if you've watched my channel, I wear headbands a lot on my channel to pull my hair back because I have so much hair. So I have 2 options for you guys that I think are reasonable. One is less expensive, definitely, than the other. The first is from a company in New York. It's called The Sparkle, and I'll make sure the link is down below. The Sparkle NYC. They make a headband, which I have been meaning to get, and I'm not joking, for has it been 6 months? It's been a while, okay? It's been a ridiculously long while, and I keep saying I'm gonna get it, and I keep not getting it because I'm like, oh, it's expensive. And it's really not expensive. It's actually quite reasonable for a headband, but the headbands I generally use are, frankly, from Target. And they're like $15. So this one's a little bit more than that. It's called It's a Moment Headband. Picture will hopefully go up. It's $80. It comes in black, gold, and silver. And I love this headband. I just think it's so over the top and it would just look great on the channel. And actually Rose from Rose in Bed has one and she's used it numerous times in her videos. So I definitely have to pick this thing up. But $80 for this type of headband, I can tell you right now, is actually pretty reasonable. And the reason that I know that is because there are a number of headbands that I really like by Jennifer. I think it's Jennifer Behr. If it's wrong, I apologize, but it's B-E-H-R. And she has a website, and I always look at her website and think, oh, I love her stuff. Also, Loeffler Randall has headbands that are crystal embellished as well. And I'll make sure pictures are up. And I'll make sure links are up so you can see what I'm talking about. They are available at Saks in addition to their own websites. And they may be on Net-a-Porter and some other things. I'll make sure the links are down below with all the appropriate things. But I can tell you that these headbands, and there's different ones that I look at that I'm like, I'll get that one, I'll get that one. They are much more pricey than $80. And in fact, there's one by Prada that I love that's like $1,000, which I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a headband. But what I will tell you is that the Sparkle New York has ones that are similar in nature, similar styles, and are more reasonable. Now, the Loeffler Randall ones are more reasonable as well. They're in the $70 to $150 range. The Jennifer Behr ones can be, up to $500–600 depending on how embellished they are. But again, they're still less expensive than the Prada one, which is, I think it's $1,100 or something like that. It's just, and it's beautiful. The Prada one is really nice. I'll make sure that one's linked too so you guys can see it in case you do want to buy it. But it's a little out of what I'm generally going to pay for a headband. I'll make sure the links and all the ones that I've looked at, these are the crystal embellished ones, are up there. So they look like the one from Sparkle New York, from NYC, so you can kind of gauge the differences and decide which ones you want. Okay, that is the end of my list. I did not include fashion, true fashion. I know headbands, but not really. fashion and jewelry or shoes or any of that for this list. If you'd like to see a list of the things that I've looked at and the things that I think, you know, that I love, I can certainly do something on Instagram, or I can do something here. There are numerous sales going on. Some of them are heavily discounted, and you know, you can get great deals on a lot of things. But again, you're talking about pieces that there's a pair of like Chanel boots that are beautiful. You know, I started to see some markdowns on some very high-end brands, not Chanel, but high-end brands where, you know, shoes are like $1,500 down to $1,000. And then $500 down to like, you know, they're like 40% off. And as you get closer to the end of the year, there'll be more of those. Neiman's, Nordstrom, Saks, they all have like last call, that's what Neiman's calls it, sales, where luxury items are really heavily discounted. But again, the starting price is still quite high. So if you're interested in seeing those types of lists or high-end lists for, you know, clothing, shoes, purses, bags, jewelry, just let me know and I can put something like that together as well. So hopefully this helped. Shop for that person on your list that might be difficult to shop for and loves luxury items. If it does, great. I'm happy. I'd love to hear your thoughts and things that you're picking up or different luxury items that you have on your wish lists. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.